G'day guys, from Not Art Design and Construction. One of our more experienced renovated builders doing a job out of here in 𝗂𝗧𝗃. We've got to stay a little bit distant because of COVID.
1.5.
So we're about 1.5 away, my brother.
I've got 30 years experience within the building industry. I've been a supervisor with Metricon Homes and Simmons Homes, project manager with Bergeron Constructions. And that has given me a lot of experience in dealing with other trades and working on Australian standards and the building codes, what is required and what is the legal requirements. And yeah, it's given me a great insight into how the industry works. Renovations that make more value to a property, to me, we're adding a roof restoration onto this project. Out of the budget, we can squeeze it in. First impressions last, so when new customers or potential buyers come to the house, first thing they'll see is the roof of the house. If that's neat and tidy, then they assume that the rest of the property is in good condition. Kitchens and bathrooms are very important. If there's no work to be done in those areas, it helps the customers with their decision to buy. They don't have to go through their minds thinking, okay, we're going to have to spend money here, we're going to have to spend money there. If the house is really presentable and neat and tidy and it looks modern, then it's in a good position to sell. Yep.
What would your top 3 tips be for someone looking to add value to their home to sell it?
Keeping it simple in what they want, know what they want, so makes our job a lot easier, and basically keeping a budget in mind, but yeah, keeping it simple. Really, it's not that hard, and putting their trust in our expertise. We walk into a job and I can see the finished product before, like the house is like this, and I know what it's going to look like when it's finished.
Yeah.
And a lot of my customers, I say, just put your trust in us, and we will deliver a high quality product for you.
I love that idea of keeping it simple because one of the most impressive things that I've seen, and I've been on a lot of renovation sites before, is your actual work plan. Okay, so behind us there, up on the wall, you've got a work plan which is a full 60 odd day schedule, and you've actually got your work planned out for every single day. So at any point in every given week, you know exactly what you guys should be working on, and you're sticking to a timeline, you're sticking to a budget, and that is just so important, isn't it?
It's the planning. It's like building a house. Your foundation is the most important part of the building project. For us, it's planning the job, and we go through. I sit down for a couple of days and work out every single task that's going to be required in that job, and I sit back, then I review it again and slip in some more little bits and pieces and some what ifs, and there are a few days contingency. We work out that, okay, wet days, public holidays, any delays, we add those into the project as well, so we're not going to be caught out. And then
any renovator should really work to a plan like that, shouldn't they?
Yeah, you can't just walk in and go, okay, where are we going to start?
Yeah.
I already know where we're going to start. Walked in this morning and I knew what they were going to do. I said, right, you're doing this, this, this and this, because me being so organised, it helps me, it helps the rest of our team know that somebody's in control and somebody knows what's going on. When we build decks, like as a decking, for example, and there's a lot of components, there's a lot of framework in it. Before we get to site, I've built that deck 10 times in my head. And then we get to site and it just flows. And my son says, how do you do that? I said, because I've planned for it.
Yeah.
I know how it's going to happen, and it happens.
And I noticed even on the plan, there's a contingency for the plan as well. So you know you've got your 60-day plan, and then you add 10%, so another 6 days, and that's your contingency. And if you're running over that plan, it's in your contract, you're going to get penalised.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we look after ourselves, but we make sure that you guys also know that this is the time frame that we're working on, and we guarantee that we're going to stick within that. And you know, if I have to work nights, you know, well, late in the evening to get it done, I'll make sure it's done. So that's how we operate.